Boobity boop. Welcome to the this is still a workshop title. Oh shit! I just realized my fucking mic is double. Sorry, boys. All right, yeah. Welcome to the welcome to the Beastcast. The after Beastcast, the mini Beastcast. We're still workshopping the name, but essentially what this is going to be is this is kind of like our little after show of the Beastcast. So like it's essentially just as long as a regular segment, just one segment of the Beastcast. But what we also do is we kind of just go over kind of more general topics, just stuff that we kind of didn't really cover or felt like covering because it didn't really pertain to the topic at hand of the first episode or the episode we did that week. So we got some really interesting things to talk about actually. We got some statistics we may or may not bring up. No, I'm kidding. No, you know what that's from though? You know what that's from?
What?
Dr. Phil on the Joe Rogan podcast, where it says like where he's talking about like ethnic groups, and he goes, "What do you got a list?" He goes, "I got some statistics I may or not bring up," and I'm like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" But okay, so we got a few things. So let's start with the big thing that was revealed tonight. So the first thing that was revealed tonight. Well, it was actually this morning. So this is being recorded on Wednesday, November 15th. On the morning of November the 15th, okay? It's a day to remember, almost as much as November 11th, on the 11th day at the 11th hour of the 11th month. But essentially, it's kind of like the opposite. It's about something way worse than or way more serious than like the surrendering of a war. And that is, the rumor was Pedro Pascal was being eyed to play Reed Richards in the new Fantastic Four reboot for the MCU. Now, this was just a rumor. That's why it says eyed. That meant that they were kind of looking at him to play this the Reed Richards because they couldn't really find anybody else for it, and that's why production was halted. Well, we have some news. Pedro Pascal has officially confirmed that he will be playing Reed Richards in the new Fantastic Four reboot. He has accepted the role, and he said he is, quote-unquote, very excited for this new opportunity. Raven, I know we have our strong opinions about it, but we got to just go over this. Why the fuck did Marvel do this?
Exactly. Dude, I'm sorry. I don't like it. Look, Pedro Pascal can do some good roles when he's in them, but what I hate is when you pick somebody simply because they're famous or just had a good TV show or whatever the hell, and you decide to cast him for something new. He is not a Reed Richards. He will never be a Reed Richards. We had a good Reed Richards in the second Doctor Strange movie, and
Yes.
I am so pissed that they're not going to use him because he fits it perfectly. Like, he has the look. He has everything. Pedro Pascal is not a Reed Richards. I am so tired of this. I want to die.
No, I'm at the same point, dude. Like, I'm genuinely at the same point. I don't understand why we're not continuing to go with the guy. I don't even remember his name. Jim Kratz, right? That's his name, Jim Kratz or whatever. Guy from The Office.
Yeah.
That's who played him. I don't know why are we not going with him? Like, what is the I need to hear the reasoning behind choosing Pedro Pascal over. Even think about it, like all the people that could play Reed Richards. Let's think of just any actor. Let's just throw any actor out there. Okay, let's just go. I get it when it makes sense. Jake Gyllenhaal, right? He played Mysterio. Jake Gyllenhaal would fit that role better than fucking Pedro Pascal would, and I wouldn't even want to see him in the role. Like,
I know.
Throw in any white guy who is in their late 40s, and he'd probably play better than Pedro Pascal. I'm not shitting on just Pedro Pascal for being Pedro Pascal. Look, I love The Mandalorian, okay? Even if you don't see his face for 95% of the TV show. I loved him in The Mandalorian. It was good acting. It was fun. It was a good Star Wars show. Here's the problem. I don't really like Pedro Pascal in most things that he's in. It's not that he plays them bland. It's, what's the word? He just doesn't play them well. Like, it's very, like, it's like if somebody was looking for a standard of Walmart Great Value compared to,
mediocre.
Like, Kroger. Yes, like, compared to, like, the real deal. Like, the Jimmy Dean sausage versus the Great Value sausage, Like, he can get the job done, but there's better options. And when Marvel has the opportunity to spend the money on the better options, why not spend the money on the better options? Do you think this was a marketing stunt?
Yes.
Do you think, like, sorry, I'm taking a sip of my Pepsi Zero. No. Do you think this was possibly like, oh shit, we just need to get production going. We're just going to throw something at the wall and just say he's in it? Like, that's kind of what it feels like.
Half yes, yeah, because they know that he's probably open to anything. I mean, back to back, he was in The Last of Us. And then, of course, he still played The Mandalorian in season 3, both shows, which supposedly did well. And he has a thing going for him out there publicly as a figure with all of his funny memes and videos. I'm pretty sure it was just an easy, let's go. Yeah, we'll know you sell tickets.
I thought he was done playing the Mandalorian too, is what I thought. I thought they were going to use his voice, but he wasn't going to act anymore on the show. Wasn't that the thing? Because he was boycotting Disney a little bit. But like, this is like the opposite of boycotting Disney. This is like another Disney project.
Exactly. It's Marvel.
Yeah, like, what is I need to know the thought process behind this. Like, I don't know.
I like how you put I like how that picture you sent me of the article has the animated drawing of the comic book over his face, and I'm looking at both of them, and I'm going, yeah, they definitely look the same. Not.
Yeah, literally, they don't look anything fucking alike. No, I don't understand why would they do this to us? Like, why can't we have nice things? Like, this is why we don't get nice things. Like, this is why we get so spoiled whenever we have a movie like Dream Scenario that comes out. Like, where Dream Scenario is like a very good movie, but it shouldn't be like the savior grace movie of the year. But then it's because we get shit like this.
It's because we do. Because with Dream Scenario, now I haven't seen Dream Scenario yet, but it is 100% just like Everything Everywhere All at Once. You can tell just from the trailer, whether it has a high production or not, there was a heart, a soul, a fun, a creativity, a thoughtfulness to bringing out something that you can tell is original, that just has, just like, here's an idea, we're gonna go for it, but like in a better way than what Marvel does. Marvel takes that and does it in the wrong direction. They're like, hey, they want something new. Let's just turn this bingo wheel, and whatever the hell comes out, let's do it. It's like, you can't do that.
I know. It's like, have you ever seen those like Instagram, TikTok? I don't know where it originated from. Those memes where it's like Fast and Furious, the Fast and Furious writers be like, and they'll be like, give me an actor for that's not relevant anymore, and they'll be like, this person, and they'll be like, all right, now give me a rapper, and they'll be like, now give me a setting, and then they'll be like, and it's like a Mad comic where they just piece it together, and they'll just like, let's go make some fucking money. Like, that's literally what Disney does. The writers sit down in the studio with a Mad comic, and they'll be like, all right, insert actor over the age of 40. Okay, this guy. Now, we need him to play a character that isn't part of the MCU, but we want to incorporate into the MCU. Put that character in. Like, it's just shit like that until they get done with the comic. And it's like, come on. It's like, bro, like, could we please?
Mm-hmm. I feel like it's selected just like that.
It's just like fill in the blank. Like, they already have it set up. Just like fill in the blanks. All right, another thing I wanted to talk about that we didn't talk about. This got announced today. Actually, no, sorry, this got announced yesterday. This was from Netflix. The first trailer of Pokemon Concierge. It's a fully stop motion Pokemon movie. Essentially about a resort. So the plot of the movie is the concierge is she gets hired for this Pokemon resort where essentially people come and just let their Pokemon, for a week sit at this resort and just have fun, just like let them relax or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to be honest, I'm kind of excited for this movie, not for the story, not for anything like that, but it just looks so fun. Like, it just looks like such a good movie. Like, it just looks so quirky. It's apparently it's actually a series, so it must be like either a bunch of films or a bunch of show. Like maybe it's a TV show. I don't know if you saw the video I sent you of it, but
Yeah.
it's fully stop motion. And I read into it a little bit. It took them, I shit you not, they've been working on this project, like filming the project since COVID started. That's how long this stop motion animation has been going on.
Good.
Since like March. So that kind of gives me hope that it's going to be done well. People were complaining, "Oh my god, the frame rate looks like crap." And I'm just like, "Guys, it's fucking stop motion.
It's
Like
stop motion.
it's not going to be 60 frames. You want them to take 60 fucking photos of the same thing over and over and over? Like, dude, the movie would never get done. Like they'd run out of budget. That's why it's in 24 frames, dude. That's why old cartoons used to be in 24 frames.
Dude, I mean, I watched the trailer to it. And to me, I don't know, some about watching it, I kind of miss stop motion animation movies.
I do too, dude, because they're just so fun. Like, do you remember? I think A Nightmare Before Christmas was that. Coraline was that too, and it's like
The new
that was
Pinocchio
such a
movie by Guillermo del Toro was.
yes, dude. I can't believe he did that. Shout out to Del Toro, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who also plays the main girl too? The main voice actor for the girl?
Who?
It's Karen Fukihara or whatever her name is. The girl from The Boys. The
Oh,
Asian girl.
really?
Yeah, she's voice acting the concierge, and it sounded pretty good. I also it just looks so cute. Like it just looks so like fun to just kind of look at, and just kind of like I'm just like, this makes me want to watch it. Oh man, no, that is I want more stop motion animation stuff. I think it would be so fun. I get it's tedious. Like I get it's so fucking tedious to do stop motion, but like I kind of miss that. Like I miss that so much, where like people actually would sit for years to make shots work.
Yeah.
Do you remember they kind of did something like that with the animatronics of Jurassic Park, where they had to like keep like redoing it over and over and over until like the animatronics like looked a certain way. Do you remember that? I don't know if you remember that when they made the first Jurassic Park, where they used like actual real effects to make the dinosaurs.
Oh, yeah? I didn't know that.
Like it wasn't stop motion, but they essentially would take the film, and they took two pieces of film. They took a piece without the animatronic in it, like that they built, like the big old fucking T-Rex that they built. And then they would put a scene where they'd have the animatronic kind of move multiple pieces. And the camera would take they would have a camera that would take shots of it moving, right? They'd take 60, because the movie shot at 60 frames, I think. So they actually had to do 60 shots, and they would do 60 shots of it moving each time, and then pieced it together with it and without it, to make it work. Because the animatronics are there, but like when they moved, it was like it just didn't look realistic enough. So they kind of like they slowed it down and made it more ominous. So like the T-Rex scene, like he moves a little slower than the actual animatronic was moving and stuff. It's really cool. They essentially just slowed down the T-Rex, but made the shot still move at the same frame rate.
Well, they did a good job. Yeah, because it came out great on film.
Well, I mean, like, Jurassic Park itself, like, is just an amazing idea, like, that the movie even was made. Like, 1993, 1994, whenever that movie came out, and, like, those practical effects look better than most visual effects, like edited, like, digital effects. It's insane, dude. I like old filmmaking, or like, have you ever watched the very first King Kong movie from the 1930s?
No, I have not, but I've seen clips of it.
It's the same thing. They essentially they would record the film, right? And then they would piece another part of the film over it, where they would have a where they recorded the big gorilla in stop motion, and then pieced it over the film. So like in the Empire State Building, when he's on top of it, they made like a little tiny Empire State Building model, you know, and then like made the gorilla, and they did the stop motion of it with those old timey effects. I think that's how they did Godzilla too back in the day. They would do him like really small, and they would like piece it together and fucking it would just it always looked so clunky and goofy, but it's like, oh my god, you know what you're getting, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like oh okay, you can tell it's not real, but at the same time it's still like fucking cool because it's 1933 and I'm watching a gorilla climb up the Empire State Building.
Mm-hmm.
Like like that's fucking that would have scared me, bro. Or like, dude, the train. Do you remember I don't know if you remember that the very first ever movie or whatever is like a train coming at the screen, like at the camera, and like people would, like run out of the fucking movie theater because they were so scared because they thought a train was coming to get them.
You know, them doing that reminds me of like when you put a mirror out in the wild and animals react to it.
Dude, bears always react the funniest, dude.
They do.
So like monkeys, they'll like look at it and they'll like they'll look at it and be like, oh, like they'll get shocked because like they're not used to it and they'll go wah, 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 and they'll freak out. But like bears, when they see it, they'll start attacking it, and then when they realize that it's just not real, they'll just start shaking their ass on it, like scratching their ass on it. I don't know why. I don't know what the science behind them scratching their ass on inanimate objects is, but I guess it just itches down there or something. Okay. Here's a good one. I didn't show you this one. Takeshi Watiti jokes that his Star Wars film is gonna piss off people, in particular Star Wars fans. What?
Why are you open? It's the same thing with Thor Ragnarok and Thor Love and Thunder. He said the same damn shit.
Like, why are you? He's got to be a troll, right? Like, it's all a troll, right?
Well, obviously,
Surely.
Since Thor Love and Thunder actually lived up to what he warned, I don't think it's a troll.
No, like, I mean, like, he's trolling when he makes movies. Like, he's trying to destroy IPs that are, like, well-known. Like, surely, right?
Yeah.
Like, have you ever seen one film from him where he directed it and it actually was not, like, a stupid movie? I can't think of it. I don't even know how he got. How did he get in a position of power to actually direct films? Like like that makes me wonder. Like, where did he come from? Like, where did he spawn out of?
You know, that is a good question. Let me look up his filmography.
Did he have like a movie that like he made that was so good that gave him the right to all these good IPs, like Thor and Star Wars?
I'm looking here and I see only one movie that no, he was a producer, not a director. Damn, okay. Hold on.
Oh, he did Jojo Rabbit, didn't he?
Yeah.
Wait, no, that was after Thor Ragnarok though.
Dang,
do you know what he directed? He directed What We Do in the Shadows.
It says here he produced it. How am I? Okay, maybe I'm looking at the wrong thing.
Wait, did he produce it and not? I know he always plays in them. Let's see.
Oh,
no, it says he's a director and a producer.
Yeah, so I was on the wrong tab. Yeah.
That was like a big movie.
Yeah, it was.
It was super. It was like a small movie that ended up becoming like really popular. I remember that.
Yes. And that's about it, because What We Do in the Shadows is the only one he did that you could ever point out, because the rest are TV series and shorts.
Yeah, like, okay, so then he did Thor. Oh, he was on Reservation Dogs too. That show is a lot of people really like that show, but that was also after that was also after yeah, that was after that. Oh my god. Please tell me he directed Green Lantern. No, he was part of the screenplay though.
Well,
oh dude.
That explains why that movie sucked.
But okay, so his first big movie was Thor Ragnarok. Well, was What We Do in the Shadows, and that must have just fucking got him. And Marvel must have just been like, "Oh yeah, he's perfect for the role." And so then they just let him do Thor Ragnarok, which people semi liked, but also I didn't like because it kind of ruined Thor for me.
And Ragnarok.
Yes, exactly. And then he directed after that. He started getting better stuff. So then he directed Jojo Rabbit, and everybody actually liked that movie. So I'm assuming that didn't help.
I mean,
And then
Jojo Rabbit was like stupid enough to be good.
well, yeah, that's the whole point of it. It's kind of like, okay, it's kind of like how Kubrick, Stanley Kubrick, got his start. You wouldn't believe this. His first ever movie was Doctor Strangelove. And it's called How I Learned to Love the Bomb. I don't know if you've ever watched that.
No.
But it's a comedy movie. Essentially, it's about what happens when somebody presses the wrong button. So it's essentially after World War II in the early 60s, and this war general, he goes like psychotic, and he just decides he's like a really high up general, and he just decides I want to nuke Russia. I'm tired of Russia. They're putting fluoride in our water. Like, it's a comedy movie. He's like, they're putting fluoride in our water, and I'm tired of these communist bastards. So he like orders a nuke strike for them to nuke a shit ton of the bases of Russia. And so, like, essentially the whole point is them trying to, like, figure out how to stop them from, nuking Russia in time before the planes get there. Because, communications was, like, different back then. And so then Dr. Strangelove, he's, like, a German scientist. He's actually the inspiration. Do you know who Dr. Edward Richtofen is from the Call of Duty Zombies games?
No, I've never played Call of Duty.
That's where they got the inspiration, was Dr. Strangelove. He's essentially like a German scientist who the United States, how the United States hired a bunch of German scientists after World War II, so as a cover-up, so they could make nuclear weapons and get us to the moon, in quotes, but they were secretly doing other really insane shit for the United States government. It was kind of like that, where he was like the head of like the nuclear program, and he was secretly making all these nuclear weapons for the United States. And so he ends up telling them about this like doomsday device that Russia has, thanks to this prime minister, or not prime minister, thanks to this like ambassador of Russia. And he says like, if basically there's this like AI, it's like an AI, they call it a computer, but it's essentially an AI where whenever one base in Russia gets hit by any type of nuclear radiation, this doomsday device is just sent to go off, and it would just destroy the whole world. And it would just like, it'd be like the equivalent of like dropping an asteroid on the earth. Like, it would just like blow up all of Russia and like put the entire rest of the world under like a nuke cloud, and like kill everybody. And so he warns them about that, and then he just essentially says, what if we went into mine shafts, multiple women, only a couple guys, and we just had a lot of sex? Think about it. And it's essentially just a big comedy movie. And that's how Kubrick started. He essentially just made like such a stupid movie at the time that it made him a good director. Like, he got all these extra, he got all this funding and extra money to make his actual serious roles, which then he ended up making. I think his next big movie would have been A Clockwork Orange, which is like Space Odyssey, 2001: A Space Odyssey, which is, if you compare and contrast the two, 2001: A Space Odyssey is like literally one of the greatest films of all time, like a cinematic masterpiece. And then he goes from like this comedy stupid fucking movie to like this amazing masterpiece movie, because he kind of cheesed the directing system of Hollywood. He got into Hollywood. He got his foot in the door of Hollywood by making a stupid movie, and then just took that stupid movie and just like turned it into like becoming one of the greatest film directors of all time. Because, like, when you think of Stanley Kubrick, you don't think of comedy. You think of, like, the Kubrick stare, and you think of, like, his, like, weird style of how he directed, like, really close-up shots of people's faces staring at the cameras, and, like, kind of weird stuff for the time, like The Shining, or, like, yeah, like, stuff like that. And that's what you think of Kubrick. You don't think of Dr. Strangelove, although Dr. Strangelove is literally, like, one of his most critically acclaimed movies, just because of how stupid it was. Nobody'd ever seen anything like it.
I like it when things somehow are just so stupid that they're good.
There was a movie that came out, Moonfall. Do you remember Moonfall?
I actually love Moonfall.
I love Moonfall because it's so stupid it just works.
It's stupid, but yet it works, because like I felt like it wasn't what people thought, because everybody was sitting there. Okay, I'm gonna spoiler alert everybody, because it's not like you people are going to watch it anyways. It's like everybody watched the trailer and they were like, this is stupid. The moon falling to Earth, if it got that close, it'd kill everybody. And how would it possibly be orbiting around like that, so close to the Earth without impacting? And I'm over here like, bro, If you watch the movie, it's not a moon. It's a mega structure. It's like an
Yeah,
entire arc. It has its
dude,
own technology. That's why it's not crashing into it just yet. Like it solved your problem.
dude, they like set up like a whole universe of like
They
these like
did.
and they're never gonna capitalize on it. But I almost want to I want to be in like the boardroom meeting of just like the next movie after Moonfall. Just even if it's only one, like just give me one more day. Like just let me see it one day. Like I just
Mm-hmm.
want to go in and just listen to the guys. They had to have been on so much crack. Like they had to have been on so many drugs. Like to even consider that
But it
movie to
was a
be a successful
beautiful
movie. But
idea.
it's those
Theory.
movies, dude. It's those movies, dude. It is that's like the theory. Like literally, if you just like snort a shit ton of cocaine and then go into a board meeting and just say, "This is what I want," it just works.
It does. And you want to know why it works? You want to know you know what was funny about it to me that it made it work? It was that they combined creationism and evolution into the same thing. Because it was like the moon is a megastructure and it created the earth, but yet everything on the earth, aside from some of the things that the megastructure had to, send down, evolved on the planet on its own just so that it could make a habitat perfect for humanity to continue all on its own. And I was just like, dude, you literally found a way to merge the two biggest theories about the origins of human life. And I'm actually interested as hell.
No, dude, it was just yeah. Oh, Raven, breaking news, literal breaking news.
What?
I checked my phone. Checked my phone as we speak. Breaking news just dropped from Marvel. There is a rumor, massive rumor that apparently got leaked from inside of Marvel, like literally tonight. Javert, however you want to say his name, Bardem is reportedly being eyed or supposedly already accepted the role of Galactus in the MCU and in the upcoming Fantastic Four movie. The guy from There Is No Country for Old Men, you know,
Him?
the guy who plays Anton Chigurh.
Him? He's gonna play
Yeah,
Galactus?
yeah, he's gonna play Galactus.
Dude, that's a
dude,
I
dude.
can't see it.
You know what this is good for though? This finally is the first time that we have gotten a confirmation of Galactus in the MCU.
Well, it's about
Because
damn time.
I literally like the first thing after Thanos, the end credit of Endgame should have been Galactus. It should have been Galactus. Fuck Kang. Fuck all that shit. We're getting like Phase 4 should have never happened. Phase 4, it should have started with a Galactus fucking end credit. It should have started with Galactus coming in, being like, "It's time I do something," or I don't know how they do it. I'm just going off on the fly, but like start it then, get it brewing. Like Galactus is like okay, other than Thanos, Galactus is like the biggest Marvel villain. I mean, well, super villain, like the all league all ending villains. Like so, out of all those villains, like why not do the one? Like why do Kang? Like why try that? Why even like I don't understand it.
I can't wait to see all the teenage Avengers take down Galactus
Miss Marvel,
because that's
the
exactly where it's heading, and you fucking know it.
Ant-Man's daughter, Miss Marvel, and then Hawkeye's daughter. They're gonna solo Galactus. Dude, honestly though, if they play their cards right, this could be such a good fucking fight. It could be 10 times bigger than Thanos.
The only reason why I would love that dude to play Galactus is because I've seen him, whether people hated the movie or not. I saw him in that fifth Pirates of the Caribbean movie being an intimidating
Yes.
monster. And then, of course, No Country for Old Men. And I can see him being
Yes.
just a really sell a horrifying image of Galactus when he's just throwing the hell down, if they let him throw the hell down. Otherwise, if they're not going to let him be scary and intimidating as Galactus, then I kind of don't want him. I actually sent you a picture of the dude who I would want to play Galactus simply because when the helmet is on, his facial structure matches the comic book.
Um, is who was it? Where did you send it at? I don't remember seeing that. Right now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's why. Oh, yeah, the guy from Rocky?
Yeah, dude, he has like he's aged now, obviously, but like
Get his son.
He looks, no, even as an aged Galactus, he looks good. I mean, like as an aged dude, he would do well for Galactus. He has the jawline and everything. If you just have to imagine him with the Galactus helmet on, like he's perfect. He fits like exactly what the comic books chisel out the Titans to be. And it's just like, this is perfect. But if they can't, but then again, it's if you want a menacing Galactus, which I hope that they do. I don't know how well the dude's acting is, so obviously not him. Javier would obviously be the best because I can imagine him with that helmet on, just as a giant being, completely demonic looking as a Galactus. But if I don't know. It's just, I guess it doesn't matter either way because he's going to be some CGI and it won't even be like his own.
That's what I'm curious how they're going to do this because Galactus is so massive. Like, isn't he like a world eater? Like he literally eats worlds for breakfast. So like, are they going to do like okay, I don't mind like putting a little makeup on him, making him CG, CGing out the eyes, like doing some CGI on the eyes to make it like glow and stuff like that. Whatever. But I kind of liked how they did Thanos, where like they essentially put him in like a tracking suit, and like tracked his facial movements and stuff because it made it look so good. Like Thanos is like one of the best CG looking like CG creations of all time. Like when you think of like top tier league, like of like those like facial things, like you think of that. Like that's like number 1 or number 2. I think the guy who played Blackbeard from Pirates of the Caribbean, did he
I love that guy.
Or was he in a face like a tracker thing, or was it just all completely
Are you
CGI,
talking about Blackbeard or Davy Jones?
Sorry, Davy Jones. Sorry, yeah.
He was in a full tracker. There was no mask.
Yeah,
his face had dots all over it, and that's about it.
Yeah, because that's what they did with Thanos. They did that with Thanos too. So like those are like the top 2. So like if Marvel hires those same people to do that, I think we'll be in perfect hands. Like
yeah.
I trust the people that made that. I trust them to make that. What I don't trust is anybody else, because I don't want have you seen some of the Marvel CGI, dude? Oh,
yeah.
God. Fucking Thor: Love and Thunder.
Dude, look,
God.
Galactus is the size of a planet. So what I want to see happen is the Ravagers from Guardians of the Galaxy helping out have like, okay, I'm giving Disney some ideas as now they own the IPs. Have like a Star Wars A New Hope battle where clearly Galactus might have a weakness that the Ravagers have to try to shoot and get to. And then on top of that, you have the Avengers like Miss Marvel and Captain Marvel, who can obviously survive out in space, doing some damage. And then you have the X-Men. Okay, Beast builds beautiful flying things. So I don't know, something with the X-Men involved, and then have, I don't know, Galactus have an interior where like Wolverine and Deadpool can go into to screw them up from the inside as well.
Oh, other big news since we're on this topic. The reason why Galactus is even being considered is because guess what they officially de-announced?
What?
They officially have confirmed the cancellation of Kang Dynasty, the Avengers movie.
Thank.
It is no longer. The director is off the film. The film will still have the same time slot, like the same release date, but will now be a whole different Avengers movie. They're going to start production now. They're going to start filming like within the next month or 2 for the movie. They're going to do I think the rumor is about a year of production of filming. And then they're going to do like a year of like editing and like doing all that shit, getting marketing set up. And then they're going to drop it in 2026.
Thank God. They should have never considered the Kang Dynasty in the first place.
Yeah. And so it sounds like Kang is very quietly getting completely shot off to the point where Kang isn't even going to be in the guy who plays Kang isn't even mentioned in any upcoming projects now that he was already confirmed to be in.
You know, before his allegations levied against him, I still didn't like Kang.
I didn't.
I felt like there was a time and place to do it. The first Loki series did a good job at setting up the idea of Kang, which is cool because we know how sometimes, like when the ending of Thor happened, okay, we had the idea of, okay, this cube was the same one in Captain America. Like, all right, like is there gonna be something? And of course it built up to the Infinity Stones and Thanos way over time. It was good for Loki to like introduce the idea of Kang, the multiverses and stuff, Doctor Strange helping out with that thing, but we still have Galactus and other things from the comic book that noticed the death of Thanos and were all like, aha, the Titan's dead. Now my time to shine. And none of those were Kang. You could set up Kang after Galactus if people still give a crap about your MCU.
Yeah, they're not. It was underwhelming. Kang is like a good. Here's the thing. Kang, I actually like that they kind of chose Kang first in a way. I think they should have announced Galactus like right after Endgame. But, you know, Galactus is concocting. Like he's let him cook, as they say, as the young ones say. Like let him cook up, you know? So he's cooking in the background. Kang's kind of like the reason why they can't really get going on Galactus, like to figure out that he's there, because Kang is causing his own little shitstorm, right? But then Kang gets wiped. Like Kang dies like after like 5 or 6 movies. So like he's causing a bunch of problems and they're like really scared. But instead of it being like a Thanos level threat, like a little bit under Thanos, like a midterm Thanos. Like he is like Kang is like the midterm test and then Galactus is like the final exam at the end of the year, you know? Like that's kind of how I was looking at it.
So Kang
Like
more like an ego threat from Guardians of the Galaxy 2?
Yeah, but like a little bit bigger because Ego was only in like one movie. I mean, like maybe do a couple movies like Ant-Man and the Wasp, you know, Loki, stuff like that, and then like have him die at like the end of Loki. Like have Loki like the Loki series can end with Loki finishing him off or something like that, like fully. Like causing a big disruption in the multiverse. And maybe that causes such a big problem, right? That big thing. Oh my God, let me cook here. That causes such a big disruption that then Galactus goes, all right, these guys are getting too strong. I got to act now. And that sets in the Galactus phase. Boom.
Dang. You probably have every Marvel writer sitting there smashing their head against the desk wondering why they couldn't think of that.
Like literally, like that's like, dude, that's like how I envisioned it. Kang was so underwhelming as like the next Thanos, like supposed to be better than Thanos. Like he's so underwhelming. Like Thanos 1v1 Kang, and I think Thanos wins, even without Infinity Stones.
See, the one underwhelming thing about Endgame for me with Thanos was they brought back his double-edged sword, which was good. But I really wanted to see a scene because we only got a glimpse of it in Infinity War, where since Thanos had a glove, the Hulk had a glove, that they were basically trading Infinity Stones and they were having like an all-out like round 2 battle, because that's actually in the comics before Nebula kills Thanos. And like this beautiful Infinity War where even Thanos' sword had the ability to catch an Infinity Stone, and like it imbued his blade with an ability. And I was just like, I really wanted in that big final battle charge for there be a round 2 between Hulk and Thanos, because Hulk wouldn't even need to be his like old enraged self before smart Bruce Hulk. It could be the same because Bruce, being much smarter, would have had the strategic wits as Hulk to do some of these smash type of stuff. And I just wanted to see that return because I felt like it would have just raised the bar before, you know, Iron Man sadly did his thing. Like I just wanted a cool trade back and forth between the Hulk and Thanos.
I think that would have been so cool to see on screen. I am happy with how Endgame ended. and I am happy with how Endgame was made. Because Thanos is very he's very sensible. He's very logical. If he would have got his hands on the Infinity Stones, he would have tried to end it all instantly. So that's why they like gave it till the very last moment for him to fully get his hands on the Infinity Stones. You know, because like if he would have got them any sooner, it would have been done. It's just over. Like he ain't even gonna try it.
That's why some of them should have been like when he was starting to get his hands on it, like the Hulk comes in out of nowhere and rips a few off, similar to what Tony did at the end there, and he like puts it on his own glove that Tony had made that he's still wearing, and they fucking like battle back and forth between, you know, this and that. And then there could be like a side plot where the time stone is not on any of their gloves, because obviously whoever has that can cheat the hell out of the game, and like Doctor Strange swoops in to like have a battle with somebody else over the time stone with Spider-Man so that nobody can use that thing to, you know, get into the wrong. I don't know. I just wanted to see if they bring back a Hulk versus Thanos fight in this brand new multiverse that they're coming out with some weird shit, since they're already bringing back Iron Man, I guess, or in some other crap. If they can give me a Thor and Thanos, not Thor, a Hulk and Thanos fight to the absolute fullest, I will 100% promote the hell out of that movie. Just give it to me.
What about that TV show that they have? What If?
Yeah, that What If. That What If, I feel like, was an experiment from them to realize where they went wrong, but it didn't seem like they took any critique from it.
Here's a problem. What If is animated. They need to not have it be animated. If What If wasn't animated and they actually like sat down and directed it in like 25-minute fight scenes, like with like Bruce Banner and with the guy Mark Ruffalo's Hulk and stuff like that, you know, like actually got the actors to do it, people would watch it and it would be like so good. Because, like, think about it. People don't mind the animation, but it's kind of lame. Like, a lot of people get turned off, especially because you got those few that are like, oh, animation's for kids. Oh, animation's just anime, and I hate Japanese things, and I don't like anime because it's a bunch of weebs. And then you have the other people that are just like, I'm just not going to watch it because it's not the guys. So, like, I feel like it could have been cool. They could have done something cool with it, you know?
Or bring back somebody who's like Thanos, because Thanos has a brother, apparently, that's still alive.
Eros.
Yes, yeah. Bring him and have like, you killed my brother, I'm coming for you, even though I thought he was like a mad bastard too, but I'm still coming for you. And then like, I don't know, bring it out that way. There doesn't have to be an Infinity Stone. Just show me somebody who equals the Hulk, where it's not just raging collateral damage going on, but like an actual what we got in the beginning of Infinity War with Hulk and Thanos, where it looked like there was actual fighting going on until the Hulk got bested. I want a rematch.
That gimmick was so well done in Infinity War, where Hulk got so shook by how strong that Thanos whooped his ass that he was just like, I'm not coming out, bro. Hell no.
Yes, that gimmick was good, because if the gimmick was out, the whole movie would have ended.
Yeah, because if like Hulk could have just been like Hulk smash the entire time with the rest of the boys, oh my god, it would have been insane. Hulk could have soloed that whole fucking army.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they came to Earth to try and get fucking Dr. Cock, you know, Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Fucking Hulk smash, fucking you know, even on the magic guy, bro. Hulk's a brute, and that's like his big, you know, weakness is that he doesn't think. But like, still, he would have soloed. Oh man, no. we should like contact Disney and be like, Kevin Feige, let me and Raven hop on What If. We'll save your whole thing.
$20 says they're gonna listen to what I just said, and instead of having the Hulk, they're gonna make She-Hulk be the one that faces Thanos' brother.
Dude, Thanos' brother is supposed to be a good guy, though. Sadly, it's so dumb. He's like, I hated Thanos. I didn't like Thanos.
Well, technically,
he's also British. He's British too, because it's stupid fucking Harry Styles. Ugh, that pisses me off.
Technically, since they changed Thanos' motivation so much from the comics, he kind of was the good guy this time around.
Yeah, Thanos was not a bad guy. He just Okay, they kind of made him more bad in Endgame, but in like Infinity War, he's just like, bro, I'm just
In
trying to help life.
Endgame, here was the best part I liked about Endgame was it showed how smart Thanos was, and into the he saw through Nebula's eyes what happened to him, and that his entire goal he's been striving for his entire life actually happened. He succeeded. He won. Of course, he's inevitable. But then, as he said in the movie, nobody was happy like what the planets he killed half the populations on. They hated his guts, obviously. Gamora was still one of them. But that planet undoubtedly had to admit they're thriving now because less mouths to feed. It fixed some of their climate problems. They are actually better off now. He thought the whole universe would be that way. Now he realizes nobody is grateful for anything because all they can do is be blinded by their emotions and their attachments to everything. So screw all of you. I'm just going to destroy the entire universe and rebuild you correctly. And I was just like, that's an evolution of character. Rather than him sitting there going, oh, if I do it again this time, maybe now they'll be happy like every dumb hero does. He was just like, all right, then plan B. Literally, give the universe the pill.
Oh, that's a great way. I think we're going to end this off. Thank you guys for listening so much. We appreciate it. This was Raven. I think I got the name. I got the name. Are you ready?
Okay, what's the name?
The Beast Unleashed.
Oh,
you get it? Oh, you get that? Like Beast
yeah.
Unleashed. Maybe the Beastcast Unleashed. Ooh, I like that. I like that. So thank you guys for listening to the after party of the after party, as we call it. We appreciate it. Thank you guys for listening, and make sure to sub up, make sure to subscribe, follow, get your podcast wherever you get your podcast. We're everywhere. We're always watching. With that, thank you guys. We'll see ya. Thank you guys. Bye.
Bye.